Hi guys, and welcome to Kayasi's YouTube channel. This is a tutorial for ncloth in Maya. So I'll be using a model that I've been working on recently for a personal project at university, and I'm going to show you how to create an ncloth, how to constrain it so that it doesn't fall off of objects or fall through it. So yeah, I will show you that on the next screen. Okay, hi guys. This is the ncloth tutorial for Maya. This is the character I've been working on recently. She's one of two characters that I'm doing for my final project, which I have to do on my own. And what I want to do for both of the characters is add in an element of ncloth. They're both wearing one piece of clothing that is in need of, well, being a bit more fluid, not so rigid. So I've learned a bit of ncloth, and I'm doing this tutorial on request of a couple of people who wanted to see it up on our course page. So what I want to do is I want to make this skirt part ncloth and then attach it so that it won't fall down her and will also stay up in the corset, because if I just do that, you can see that it's up inside the corset, and I want to make sure that it stays there so that all the edges are hidden. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're in N Dynamics, this menu down here. You want to click on your part that you want to make an N mesh or an ncloth. You want to go to N mesh up here and go to create ncloth, and that will make it an ncloth. Okay. And it will get rid of your textures, but that's okay, you can just reapply those later. It keeps all the UVs and stuff, so that's nothing to worry about. Okay, when I play this, let's put this up to 100. When I play this, what's going to happen is that this dress is going to fall straight through her, so it doesn't collide with anything, it's not going to expand, it's just going to fall straight down until it hits a floor or some sort of object that you have made into a collidable object. So what you want to do, stop that when it eventually stops. Come on. There we go. Drag that back to the beginning. Click on any object that you want this mesh to collide with so that it won't go through that mesh. And just go to nmesh, create passive collider. So now when I play this, this will slide over, although it won't work now because my graphics card on this is breaking. This will now slide over her hips instead of through them, and it will collide with any part of her that it touches. So when she moves, it won't go through her legs. Now this isn't all I want to do. What I want to do is make sure that it doesn't slide down at all. And to do this, I'm going to attach it to the inside of the bodice. Now to do that, what I want to do is right click on the mesh and go to vertex. You don't want to do it through the components menu, and I'll tell you why that is in a minute. Okay, so let's put this on X-ray so I can see what I'm doing. And what I want to do is just select all the edges of this mesh that I want to stick to the inside of this so that it's not sagging or anything like that. So I'm going to select all of those. And I'm going to also select the vertexes on the inside of the panels, because I also want that to stay where it is. There we go. And that one. Is that all of them? I believe it is. Oh no, one more. No. There we go. Okay, so that's all of those done. And then what you want to do is, off to the side, you want to go to Complete Tool by right-clicking, and then you want to Shift select the bodice, and it has to be in object mode. It can't be in the components mode. Then what you want to do is you want to go to nconstrain, which is to the right of nmesh, and you want to go to point to surface. And what that's going to do is it's going to create a belt of some kind. If I click off that, you will see that on the insides, all of these vertexes are now basically anchored to the inside of the bodice, so it can't be seen on the outside, and now that won't move at all. So instead, you're just going to get the fabric bouncing a little bit when I play it, if it will allow me to play it on this. Yeah, so this is now staying where it is, but the fabric is bouncing in conjunction with that. Now, to change the attributes of your ncloth, you can just simply go to the attributes, of course, and you will be on ncloth shape 1, and you'll have all these different things that you can do to it. So you want to go through collisions, dynamic properties as well. These will all have different properties that you can mess around with that will change the qualities. I've been told that there are presets for ncloth. I'm not actually sure of this myself. I will see if I can find out about that. But you can change things like the rigidity and the thickness, stretch resistance. I'm going to bump that up to 30, let's say. Rigidity I'm going to put up to 0.100. Just mess around with it. You can mess with things as you see fit. Stickiness, friction, bounce. I don't want it to bounce so much, so I'm going to put that up to 100 as well. Thickness, that determines the thickness of your fabric, and that will obviously affect how it moves. So allowing, frame rate allowing, let's see what that does now. So that doesn't bounce as much as it did beforehand, and when it moves, that also means that it'll keep more of its shape. Okay, and that will stop eventually. There we go. So that's the basics of ncloth. Hang on, let me just apply that material back to it. There we go, Lambert. Back to file. And it should be in images. Skirt, there it is. Okay, so that will look like that. It should maintain its shape, and obviously the more polygons you put in, the more fluid your dress will be. So if you want to add a few edge loops in there, you can do that. It does mean the more that you put in, the slower your rendering will be, because obviously the higher poly a model is, the longer it will take to render out when you come to animating it. So you do just want to keep that in mind. But apart from that, that is pretty much the tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helped. I will see you hopefully at my next tutorial. Thank you for watching.